crazy? You'll let the virus in.
I'm going crazy in here. I need to breathe.
Well, do you know how small the virus is? You know the poppy seeds on those rolls you love?
Yeah?
Smaller than that.
So what are you going to do? Just hide in your shell?
I'm not hiding in my shell. I'm turning inward.
And what do you expect to find in there?
All right, I know you're being sarcastic, but I'll answer anyway. I found myself.
Who did you think you were going to find?
I didn't know. That's exactly the point. I didn't know. But now, I know who I am.
Yeah. You're a scared tortoise hiding in your shell waiting for the world to end.
I don't want the world to end.
Honestly, I don't see how it would make much of a difference. You're pretty inert right now.
I'm waiting.
For what?
For a time when I won't have to wait anymore.
And when is that?
When they find a vaccine.
Well, do you mind if we get some fresh air in the meantime?
But how do you know it's fresh?
I don't, but I'm opening the window anyway.
Just a crack.
10 weeks of being by myself. Well, not by myself, there are other people here. So I guess what I mean is 10 weeks with myself. Because I can always walk away from other people, close the door, put on some David Bowie, be like, I'm hanging out with David Bowie now. But I can't walk away from myself. Not that I dislike myself. Quite the opposite, but still, 10 weeks with myself. I have always thought that I was pretty comfortable with myself, that I am a person who has a strong sense of self. And both of those things are still very true. But now that I'm spending a lot more time with myself, I've realized there is a lot more self within myself than I was self-aware of. And in having all this time to turn inwards and spend time with myself, I am almost seeing myself as a separate entity from me. She is a lot. And she's okay with that. She has always known it, but now she really knows it. She is much quicker to anger when she loses some control of her life. She is also ready to admit that hours of yoga won't make someone stop being a control freak at their core. Although, on the bright side, her core feels more controlled. And she's usually been okay with getting older. But it turns out that she's only okay with getting older when she's not losing a year to achieve her goals. Turns out cake is not as big of a treat as time. She can do this for as long as she needs to. But she also fears the day that this situation is no longer sustainable, and she's afraid that day will sneak up on her and bring her to her knees. See, she likes surprises, but by surprises, she means gifts, if she's being honest. By the way, she is so freaking honest. The torrent of honest thoughts are no longer interrupted by life's tasks, and she has so many opinions. She's trying not to be mad at anything or anyone irrationally, except for mass transit. She's always going to be mad at mass transit, even if she hasn't taken it for 10 weeks. She's really pissed that she's going through this without a cat or 4. She's scared that the rituals she had in place for herself in the name of self-care in her regular life are now becoming daily tasks. She really doesn't want to start resenting cooking and baking. And this one wakes her up at night. She's realizing that although she is happy and she is successful, she still isn't where she wants to be in life. And now she's not sure what the timeline for that is. And sometimes she cracks the windows and smells the air outside and convinces her inner hypochondriac, surprise, she has an inner hypochondriac, that inhaling outside air during a pandemic will not give her a virus. And she knows that there is another corner of the world with her name on it. And she hopes she can get there before someone else does and throws away her flag and stakes their claim. Because she is a lot. She is a lot. But she deserves her chance to once more take that leap.
What I hear is the silence. Few cars, no planes, only birdsong and a runner's steps hitting the empty road. I am not going anywhere today. Spring wafts through the window crack. Neighbors I have never seen before stream by my house at the same time every day with their kids and dogs. I make up stories about them, where they come from, who they are. I could open the door and say hi, but I choose to turn inward instead. This is how we live now, in silence.
It's not that I couldn't see, it is that I chose not to. There weren't that many options where I grew up, and the ones that seemed to be available asked too many questions. I need a structure because if there isn't one, I will rot. Your grace inspires me, and I can't stop reading mysteries. Not that they are inspiring. I think that what they do is control somehow. They are the dark sun of freedom. I am unable to say the mantra this morning. Everything is as it should be. No, it is not. I cannot believe that. Reading Tsvetavia, the poet of Russia's 20th century, and her exuberance, despair, and clear-eyed perception of beauty, her lack, her burden of desire, and her demanding gracelessness. I entertain the notion that we are her and Anna, and our small circle are all Russian poets, and that I am Marina to her Anna. And this is a romantic notion without legs. No legs there. We are separate now. And these babies around us, blue sky and virus thick, hardly aware. Each day This one is mine, and the next one too. Barely perceiving that, yes, I can embrace, denounce, despair, and hold tightly, because the world is round. On my desk, a paper rose. At the Brooklyn Bridge, an owl, a rabbit, your bird, and some words, a glass tear, and a hedgehog. We're going somewhere, but we don't know where.